Hello everyone, welcome to another video from Your Tech Today. So this is going to be my review of the Moto G5 Plus, but this is going to be different because I've been using this phone for about 6.5 months now. So I'm going to tell you all the things that I noticed, and I was using this phone as my secondary device for the past 4 months, and in the first starting 2 months I did use it as my primary device. So as you can see, I have the phone over here right now. I had protected it with this case from Golden Sand. I've done a video on that and you can check it out if you're interested. If you're not finding a good case for your phone, this is a pretty good one. As you can see, in the past 6.5 months it has not got damaged at all, and it has protected the phone quite well. And I was also using a Cellbell screen protector, which is a tempered glass screen protector on the phone, and this also looks pretty okay. So let's start with the build, and I'll talk about the good things. I'll just discuss with you what I felt over the past few months with this phone. So in the build, I really liked the phone when it was launched also. I think it looks really nice, and the camera hump at the back doesn't really bother me because I was using this case and it totally makes it flat with the surface. So if you're planning to use your phone without a case, then it might be a sort of an issue. If you hit the table too hard or something, the glass might break on your camera. So the phone does come with Gorilla Glass 3, but I really didn't find a way to test it because I was always using a screen protector on it. But anyways, if you don't like screen protectors, there is always Gorilla Glass 3 protection. And the IPS display on this, which is a 5.2-inch Full HD display, is really nice, and it is bright outside. There are no issues about not being able to see the screen outside. And 4 GB of RAM this phone possesses, and it is enough to handle everything from gaming to heavy multitasking also, and the RAM management is also pretty good. And the Snapdragon 625, which is an octa-core 2 GHz processor, handles everything with ease, and also at the same time gives you great battery life, as it is a very efficient processor. And this is the lunar gray color over here which I've been using, and I really like this color, and I wouldn't go for anything else except this one if I had a choice. And even the body of the phone, I really like it. It's so easy to grip in the hand as it has rounded edges, and I really like the phone. The back is non-removable, so the battery is sealed inside. So all of you gamers out there, this does have a Adreno 506 GPU, and I have done a separate gaming review of this, and you can see that, and I've tested most of the games in that, and it handles it pretty well. And you can install quite a lot of games because it has 32 GB of inbuilt storage, so that should not be an issue. Another unique feature about this phone is that all the internal electronics of this phone have been coated by a nano coating, which is sort of water resistant. So in case you take this phone in the rain or something like that, and some water does go in, because this is not a sealed phone, so it's not a watertight phone or anything, or even waterproof, but it does have a nano coating inside. So if a slight amount of water does go inside, there are good chances that nothing will happen to the phone. And one of the best things I love about this phone is that you can use 2 SIM cards and a micro SD card in the same tray, and I think that is unique to this phone, and one of the highlighting features. So I did use a GeoSIM, which is a 4G VoLTE SIM card, which I use for call and data, and I also had a secondary SIM, which was an Airtel SIM, and that would work on 2G, and I had a 32 GB micro SD card inside it, but you can put up to 128 GB. So next I would talk about the battery life, which is the battery size is 3000 mAh, and I know it is not as big as the Redmi Note 4 or some other phones in this price range, but the thing is, this phone possesses Quick Charge 2.0, and that really helps you get a charge. In 10 minutes you can get quite a good amount of charge into the battery, and you can carry on with your day. But the battery does last one day with heavy usage. Unless you're gaming the whole day, obviously the battery is not gonna last, but what my verdict is that it will last you a single day easily. And the charger which is supplied is a turbocharger, as Motorola calls it, and it is actually Quick Charge 3.0 charger, so it does support 12 volts also, but this phone is only Quick Charge 2.0. But in the future also, suppose you have a device which is Quick Charge 3.0 capable, so you can use the same charger which comes with this phone to charge that device also. And I would really use this phone, especially with the VoLTE, because the audio quality when making calls is really nice, and the other person also hears you really clearly. So that's one of the very good things about this phone, is that the main purpose of a phone is making calls, and this phone performs really well in that. And another thing is that it does have a front firing speaker, which is a single speaker, but the problem is it's not very loud. Even though it is clear, it's not very loud. I wish it would have been a little louder, but the audio out of the headphone jack is really nice. It's much better than what you would get in a Xiaomi phone or any other phone which I have tested in this category. But the audio out of this, if you use very good headphones, like I use my Audio Technica M50Xs with this, and I really enjoyed the music with this phone. Only thing is it comes with a very bad pair of earphones that is, so those are useless, so you can just throw them out when you get them or use them in an emergency. The UI of the phone is also very nice. It's kind of stock Android kind of a thing, but it has some necessary features. It has some features like you can chop to switch on and switch off the torch, and you can turn the phone like that, and you can switch on the camera. So you can really switch on the camera really fast, even if the phone is locked, and never miss a moment while clicking some pictures. So the camera quality also is very nice. I've done a dedicated review about it, and you can check it out. And also the Google Assistant, which is inbuilt into this phone, it also works pretty well. The front camera also has a very wide angle lens, so you will really be able to fit a huge group into your selfies, which is the trend right now. The fingerprint is nice and fast. So let's talk about some of the cons or some not so good things about the phone. And one of the major things that everybody is worried about or talks about is that there is no compass in the phone. And even the new version which is launched, which is the G5S Plus, which is not really a new version, it's just a different version of this phone or similar spec phone. Both of them don't have compass sensor. So in real life, while navigating, if you have a good GPS signal, you will not really have a problem, because you don't have a compass. But the thing is, we can use the compass to know our direction with what we are facing. Suppose we are, standing on a road and we want to know which side we are facing. So that is something which is not possible on this phone. And I don't know why Motorola or Lenovo is not ready to put a compass sensor. I don't know how much it costs them to put a compass sensor, but that is something which is missing. Also, I feel that even though this phone is smaller, I can understand that they couldn't fit a bigger battery, but I think 3000 mAh is a little less, but if it was a little more, like 3500 mAh, I think it would be better, and it would help the sales of this phone and the battery life of this phone, and help it compete with the Redmi Note 4, which has a 4000 mAh battery. Also, Motorola didn't put a notification LED on this, and their explanation is that when you pick up the phone, the screen gives you all the notifications, and they have put two extra proximity sensors on the back, which I don't know whether it is visible right now or not. See, you can see that light flashing over there. There is one on this side also, and those are two proximity sensors. So when you keep your phone down and when you lift it again, this is what tells the phone that you have lifted your phone, and it shows you the notifications. But instead of that, they could have just given a notification LED light. This is also a fancy feature, but I think a notification LED should have been there. So as I mentioned before, that the loudspeaker is not very loud, so I think they should have gone with a dual speaker setup, and that would have really improved the the sound quality of the phone. And also I think they should have given some navigation keys instead of the on-screen navigation. So I'm just telling you things that I think can be improved in this phone. So I think they should have given Gorilla Glass 4 or even 5. If they provided such a nice camera on the back, why not add OIS also, and increase the cost by a little bit more. If they would have added OIS, it would have really improved the low light picture quality of this phone. So other than this, guys, these are the only cons I could find in this phone, and there are a lot of pros. So overall, I would say that this phone is really good, and now I think it has reduced in price also. So you can really still buy this phone even after 6 months of launch, even though there is another model which has come up, but camera is still better, I feel, on this phone, and the size is smaller. and it is a bit easier to use single-handedly. So I think it still makes sense to buy the Moto G5 Plus, which was already recommended by everybody from the past 6-7 months. And I would also recommend you to go for this if you're thinking about a phone, if you can get a good deal on it. And I will leave links in the description as always, where you can get it for the best price. So let me know guys if you have any more questions about this phone, and if you have any doubts, please leave it in the comment section below. I'll answer it as soon as possible. And do follow me on Instagram. It's at Your Tech Today on Instagram. Please do follow me over there. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that bell icon, and obviously do subscribe to the channel for more such videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.